welcome to part 2 of what's on my bucket list. So in this video I'm going to go through my travel bucket list, the places that are on there that I want to see, what I specifically want to see when I get there and why. The first place on my list is Iceland, and the reason I'd like to go there is to see the Northern Lights, or as it's also known, the Aurora Borealis. I had to ask Google how to pronounce that. It's also home to some of the greatest female CrossFitters. One of the CrossFitters I follow, Sarah Sigmund's daughter, is from Iceland, and she posts a lot of pictures and videos of the landscape around there, and it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, that would be an amazing place to go and visit. And when I do go there, I would also like to add in a visit to the CrossFit box, CrossFit Reykjavik. I think that'd be a really good thing to do as well. I think that would just make the whole trip. In fact, I might add that on the bucket list. Do a workout in a CrossFit box in each country. What are we thinking? I've always wanted to see the pyramids and the Sphinx in Egypt. It just looks amazing. I think from being at primary school and doing projects on the Egyptians. I have been to Egypt when the children were quite young, so it wasn't really an option to go and see the pyramids then. It's not really something high on my list at the minute, but it is on there, and yeah, we'll see if I manage to get there. I've always wanted to go to London. Obviously it's the capital city. It just looks amazing, just bustling place. When I was at school, my auntie and my nan were going to take me to watch a show. They used to go every year, but I wasn't allowed to go, unfortunately. And then as I grew up, I just never got a chance to go. I had children, and then it's just been hard to get there. But last year, April 2019, which is about 18 months ago, I finally managed to go. I went on my own, which was a big thing for me, really. Little girl in a big city, but it was absolutely fantastic. I got the London pass and I just went to all the attractions. The only downside I would say about my visit was I had a calf injury at the time, so I would have loved to be able to go running through Hyde Park. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, so I will have to go back to do that. But I did get to watch a show in the West End, which is another thing on my hobbies and interests list. So yeah, killed two birds with one stone there. Another place I've really wanted to go was New York, and again, about 2 years ago, I went there with my sister and brother-in-law to celebrate my sister's 40th birthday. So that was brilliant. Again, very, very busy. We saw lots but didn't see much, if that makes sense. I think because there was so much to see, you were in so much of a rush to see everything that you didn't quite take everything in. So that's definitely on the list for another trip back there. I think it would be good to just maybe sit in Times Square for an afternoon and just watch everything unfold around you. That's something I'd like to do if I went back. and also a run through Central Park. That's something I didn't get to do last time, which I would really like to do next time. I would also really like to go to Hollywood. I'm not sure why, but it's just something I've always fancied. I think it's just seeing the Hollywood sign. I think that's the attraction for me. So I don't know what else I would do when I go. But yeah. Now this next one, it's an absolute paradise, and I've wanted to go for years. Now, I'm not one to shy away from travelling on my own. I've been to London, I go up to the lakes regularly on my own, I've been to Spain, so it doesn't bother me travelling somewhere on my own, if I'm honest. But I think this place, it's not somewhere I could go on my own. I think the Maldives, it's just a proper coupley place. It's almost like a honeymoon place, so whether I'll ever get there, I don't know. But if I do go, it's got to be a water bungalow, because if you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly, haven't you? So these next few, they're not exactly travelling to places, they're not destinations, but they are forms of travel which I'd like to do. No idea where this has come from. I'm not sure why I want to do this. Having that, I think I might have an idea. I remember watching an episode of Corrie years and years ago, and somebody pulled up on a motorbike, full leathers, took the helmet off and kind of swished the head around like that, and all the hair just flowed down. I think that's why I want to do it, to be honest. I just want to do that. I do know a couple of people that have motorbikes, so if you fancy taking me out and helping me tick this one off my bucket list, and you don't mind being recorded, please let me know. The next one is riding a helicopter, and I would say specifically over the Lake District, because I see it all from the ground level. It would just be amazing to be able to ride above and see everything from a different perspective. So yeah, that's one thing. And the last one on here is a hot air balloon ride, which again, it would be amazing to do that over the Lake District. And I know there are places where you can do that. So yeah, that's definitely on the list. So there you have it, that's my travel bucket list. It's a little bit of a shorter one than my adventure one. There's not as many things on there, but they are probably quite a bit more expensive. So hopefully in the next few years I'll be able to get a couple of them crossed off as well. Thanks for watching. The next one I do will be part 3 of the what's on my bucket list, and that's the hobbies and interests. So I'll see you soon for that.